like 80 to 100,000 people die from the flu every year.
That sounds about right.
Did we shut the country down?
Not this year, though.
Oh.
This year, we've had 0 people die from the flu.
That's right. It's all corona.
Everybody died from coronavirus this year. So
that's right.
That pneumonia. Pneumonia's been cured also, in case you didn't know. Nobody dies of that either.
Nobody dies of pneumonia. It's all corona.
It's all corona. All of it.
Now. Hey,
Hey, if you're just catching us on YouTube now, sorry, we're having a little bit of a computer issue, stream issue here, so we're just now live on YouTube. If you're just catching us on YouTube, again, this is the Rick and James Show. We're just talking about the way life's kind of changed here in the past year and a half, 2 years now.
I'm 62 years old. I've seen a lot of stuff in my time. I went through segregation. I'm an island boy. You know, my parents are from Guam. I'm kind of first generation American. My parents lived during World War II, that when Japanese invaded Guam, and they went through a lot of stuff, and they brought us here to the States and for a better life and everything. And I went through segregation. I was born in '58. We didn't segregate until my 7th grade. So I went through a lot of things, and things I've seen a lot of things growing in my life, but this is like kind of the weirdest thing where when I was growing up, blacks that I grew up with were trying to go to college, were trying to educate themselves. If you look through what everybody was doing, fighting to make themselves better. I don't know about now. It looks like everybody's like fighting to be the least that you could be. You know, I was growing up, you're supposed to be, you know, the best that you can be. Now it's like, be the least you can be. Take that government money, sit at home, don't try and make things better. You know, I was taught if you don't make enough money, go out and get another job. I'm used to working like 2 or 3 jobs.
Yeah, but why would anybody go out and work right now when you can make more money sitting at home on unemployment than you could work in a full 40-hour job?
People don't understand the government. The government just printing money. They don't create. They don't make money. That money has to be paid back. Otherwise, we're going to have inflation. And if you don't believe me, look at the price of gas right now. Why do we have shortages of everything? Our last administration, right before, you know, about 100-something days, we had overage of gas, right? We were selling gas to other countries. They shut the pipeline down. What happens? Now, all of a sudden, our gas is going to go over $3. It's already over $3 in Florida already. Now it's like we're getting close to the $3 mark.
I actually haven't paid attention lately.
It's like, I think
I want to say one time it was $2.89 when I got gas, but the last time I got gas, I think it was $2.69. But that's still
not compared to what we were paying, you know, last year. You know,
6 months ago.
Yeah, 6 months ago. Why do we have shortage of chickens and turkey now? Why do we have shortage of everything? Everybody wants to make us a communist country, or this is what happens in communist countries. Look at Venezuela. It used to be a rich country. They're communists now. Now all their shelves they got shortage of everything. No food on the shelves. People out there killing their dogs and cats out in the street to get something to eat. And I don't know what we're going to. I run a business. You run a business. Can you get any vinyl? I can't get PVC.
No, 90% of my vinyl is on back order right now.
Yeah, I try to order PVC.
An American made.
Yes.
So all the vinyl we purchase is American made. It's all made right here, either in Texas or Michigan. Shout out to Stalls. They're a great company. It's all made here. Ultraweed's all made here in the United States. That's no longer the case. So they are now having to ship product to China to have it made because they can't get enough workers in the factories.
You can't tell me we ain't got workers. There's no way.
Why? I mean, we have workers. None of them want to go to work because they make more money sitting at home on unemployment at this point.
Jan, look, how many jobs I got? I DJ. You know, I'll teach boxing and martial arts. I run the plumbing store. We do podcast. Whatever it takes. You know, we're real entrepreneurs. I What about these other people? I can't understand it. Anybody tells me they can't get a job, I said, are you crazy? Have you been down to the labor department? I tell them down there, go work in the factories. You ain't got to work at McDonald's. Go to the factories. They're hurting for people. Everybody's crying for workers. But I don't see, there's a couple people over there in Columbus that were telling me they've had for hire signs up for the last 3 months.
And nobody wants the job.
Not nobody.
Not nobody. Nobody wants the job.
Yeah, if I was making, they're giving that extra 300. Think about it. If you were making $10 an hour, you're probably bringing home roughly around 275.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah,
After taxes.
after tax and everything. And now all of a sudden, you're making $900 a month.
Sitting on your
I mean,
ass.
900 a week. Excuse me.
900 a week, yes.
900 a week
Sitting on your ass.
Yeah, the teachers, they're the ones running the.
I believe it was 800. It was like
Yeah.
500 unemployment, and then you get an additional 300. So yeah, even $800 a week though. That's
And you got the teachers. They say, "Oh man, it's too dangerous for us to go teach these children." Meanwhile, our children are suffering. They've lost what, a year of school, almost 2 years of school.
some of them.
Yeah. Now there's some.
Some of us smarter ones have begun to homeschool.
I've talked to some teachers where kids have never signed in. She said, I ain't seen this kid, day one since, they started homeschool. So there's no way, she don't know if they moved, she don't know if the kid just never signed in, if the parents are working and leaving them at home and they don't feel like signing in. I don't know, How do you keep track of all these children? And look at our crime. Nobody's working, so everybody's out there. You got a lot of crime going on. Nobody says anything about that.
Well, it's because nobody wants to be a cop at this point.
No. I mean,
Who would want to?
yeah. I mean, I respect cops. I have a.
I'm a former police officer,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I wouldn't. You couldn't pay me enough money to be a cop right now.
Yeah, that's because you're white too. Because like, soon as you arrest somebody that's not white, you're a racist.
Oh yeah, all the legal that goes on, and nobody likes cops right now.
Oh yeah.
Well, I won't say nobody, but the majority of the population are.
I like cops. I need cops.
Yeah, I think there should be I don't think we need less cops. I think we need more cops.
I do too. I mean, no, when they talk about they want to take your gun, they want to take the cops away, then who's left with guns? Do bad people turn in their guns?
Absolutely not.
No. I had a place out in the country, Marion County. I called the police. It took them 16 hours to get to my house because it got robbed. Those guys out there work 7 days a week. They work 24 hours, 3 days a week.
Let me tell you the craziest thing. I had to call the cops the other day. I live in Columbus, Georgia. I had to call the cops the other day. It wasn't really an emergency. It wasn't a life or death, call 911, somebody's breaking into my house. It was simply they're squatting in the house next door. They were stealing my water. I didn't need 911. I just wanted a cop come by to talk to. I call after 5 o'clock. I call the non-emergency number.
Yeah.
Do you know you cannot get a hold of a police officer after 5 o'clock in Columbus, Georgia?
Well, probably eating dinner, right?
Like you have to call 911, even if it's not a. I guess they just expect you to wait until the next day. Like I've never heard of that. Valley, Alabama, a very small town. Very small town. You can call the non-emergency number any time of day, and you'll always reach somebody. Somebody will answer the phone. This is a second largest city in Georgia.
Yeah. I grew up here, born in Fort Benning.
You call the non-emergency number, and it just rings and rings and rings and rings. Nobody answers the phone.
I remember growing up, I think if we had like 6 deaths in a year of murders or something like that, it was like, that was a crime wave. Now, like, it seems
I think we hit that the first week of January.
I think now in Columbus, there's a shooting almost every other day, ain't it? Every time I turn around, I hear about a shooting. They're shooting at our mall. I've never heard of nobody shooting at our mall. They're shooting at
them all like once a week.
Yes. And then like
What
What was that one dude that?
I want to say 4 shootings in one day. One at Peachtree Mall, one at a Dollar General, one at another place. Like 4 shootings in one day, and then the next day there was like 2 more shootings at the same place.
Yeah, and like we don't need more cops. You know, I think Columbus at one time. Last time I heard, they were like 80 short.
I bet.
Nobody
wants to be a cop right now.
No, man. And before it, Columbus used to be one of the lowest paid cops, police officers, because like they would like train, they would make you train, and you have to like sign a 2-year contract or something like that. But as soon as that thing was over, people like would go up to LaGrange
to get a higher paying job.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how most police departments operate. Is you go in and they'll hire you, and then you have a probationary period and a contractual period that you have to work for them because they paid for all your training. And then most people will start with a small department
and go somewhere
to
else.
get their training, work there for 2 years, and then go to a bigger police department.
I couldn't be a cop. James, you have the gift of talk when it comes to like, crazy people. I get kind of upset. I try and walk away as much as I can, but like, I don't know. If I walked up on a scene where some man just beat the crap out of his kid or his wife, and she's all messed up, I'd probably handcuff him to a tree and look at the wife and say, you can hold my baton. I got to go get some paperwork. I'll be back in about 20 minutes,
Hey, I'll be honest. If they'd let people do that, probably have a lot less crime.
That
I think if everybody just got to carry around a 2-foot, 2-inch stick.
Yeah, that would be my, like I said, if I can't fathom some, 200-something pound guy beating up a 100-pound lady, because she didn't like the way his dinner was, so he's got to slap her around. So, like, I would walk up in there, I'd probably mace him, handcuff him, hog time, whatever, and then say, here, hold my baton, and I'll be back. I can't find my paperwork, I got to write this up, so, Then if they ask what happened to him, he fell down the stairs as I was apprehending him.
It used to be like that, though. For body cameras and everything else, it used to be like that.
Yeah,
I remember, I won't say who, but I can remember people telling me stories back in the 70s and 80s. It was.
I knew one.
Oh no, he tripped and fell getting into the cruiser.
Yeah, got all messed up. But today there's no way I'd be a cop. It's just like people get up there and you see what they're doing to the New York cops. They're up there throwing water, all kinds of stuff in their face, and they're not allowed to fight back. They're not allowed to fight back. They're not allowed to arrest people. So, people can pretty much do anything they want to the cop, but the cop's not allowed.
It's crazy.
I'd be like, I'm sorry, I'd be tasing them people.
And you wonder, and everybody wonders why, you're short on cops. Nobody wants to be, no.
Look, even today, what is normal? Okay, when I was growing up, I went to school. You had to tell them that they're not allowed to spank you. They used to have corporal punishment. As soon as you walk in school, they didn't ask for no paddling permission. If you got in trouble, they would march you to the office, or the teacher would, take you in the closet and put that paddle to you.
I'm pretty sure when I started, it was, when I was in school, it was the parents had to sign basically a permission slip to.
Not when I was going. You went to school, they had permission, unless you told them they couldn't.
To spank you. I don't even think I'm pretty sure they've done away completely with it at this point.
Let me tell you.
You don't get spankings in school anymore.
I know. When I was growing up, we didn't have all these problems that they have today. When I used to have my T-shirt business, I used to go visit all these different schools and see how they're doing. Can you buy some T-shirts for your field day? Blah blah blah. But there was a 6-year-old in there kicking desks, had everybody in the hallway. One, they weren't allowed to do nothing but go in there and hug that kid. I told him, you need to let me go down, turn that camera off in that classroom. I would have went down there. I would have had that problem solved.
Oh yeah, no, they kid needed a belt.
Yeah, you need a belt. I mean, when you got a kid throwing chairs at the teacher and everybody else kicking and going, wow. God forbid that was me and they call
Unfortunately, the
call
belt
my
now
mom.
is probably the unpopular opinion, though.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably why kids act the way they do these days.
If you called my mama, I'd want to run away. I'm so scared. I'd be terrified. If they try and call these parents. A lot of these got like single moms. They don't. I've been up there where they call the parents and the parents never come. Won't even answer their phone. They know they ain't got a job. They just sitting at the house, won't answer their phone, and the kid just sits up in the office, and they're trying to send the kid. You can't suspend kids. You can't suspend. In Columbus, I don't think you can suspend elementary kids. You cannot suspend.
I don't.
So
I don't.
Their
even know.
answers go up and hug that kid, make him feel better. I'm like, oh no. I said, shoot. If they called my mama would have came up there with a belt, and I would pray to God that she would take me out of the classroom, not whoop me right in front of everybody. Because my mom, if I was late home, I had 15 minutes to get home, me and my brother. I'd pick him up. If we're late, my mom would be coming out the house with a belt, switch, something, and go hunt us down. I knew my mama loved me, but like I say, she didn't play. We got to get home. We had a certain time to get home. We had to do stuff. I'm Asian, so like I say, if you make straight A's, you're just doing all right in our household. I didn't make the straight A's. My sisters, man, they cry if they got to be in PE for not dressing out.
That's not a bad thing, though.
Yeah, but my parents put a lot of pressure on us, about school, which is good. I mean, my mom's so grudgy. One summer, I made a D the last 6 weeks of my 5th grade. I did not watch TV all summer. I had to, every time the TV go to your room, read a book. I had to bring a report card home the following school year in order to watch some TV.
That's great.
That's how grudgy my mom was. She didn't play. They grew up in Guam. My dad only had an 8th grade education. She was gonna make sure we finished school because most of my cousins, they quit and joined the army or something like that. Were farmers in Guam, and they said, "You're gonna finish school." Oh man, that nowadays, like, kids aren't even they don't even learn half the stuff we learned. I remember in 3rd grade, I learned all my timetables up to the 12s.
Oh no, they went to the
Now they got this new.
was it Common Core? They went to Common Core math,
Oh,
which is
and then they got that new multiplication where
that's a whole nother podcast all in itself.
but
Common Core math.
Yeah, you draw sideways, but yeah, I want to see us to get back to normal, going to concerts, fishing, no mask, go out and barbecue, with a whole bunch of friends, Everybody say, oh, we got to limit our capacity and blah, blah. We got to do this. We got to do that. Can't spread, When we have these big flu epidemics, all you do is when people are sick, what did you tell people at work? I was in HR at Cessna Aircraft Company. I said, you're sick, go home. I don't want you getting everybody else sick.
Yeah, go home.
Go home.
Go home.
Use your sick days. Go home. Ain't got sick days, use vacation time, go home. I mean, that's what you do. You protect yourself, And I know at work, when there were people sick, I would get away, stand over there, I'd go the other way. I don't come in contact with people, especially if they say, they think they got the flu. Oh no. I've had pneumonia twice in my life. And they said, if I get pneumonia this 3rd time, I may not make it. So,
I've only had it once.
What is normal anymore? I don't even know what normal is. Everything, if you have a dispute with the government, or if you're a minority, and now what we got? They're trying to knock out all the traditional stuff. You can't say Merry Christmas. You're supposed to say what?
Happy holidays.
But if you look it up, Christmas is a governmental holiday. So those who don't want to celebrate Christmas, I think, shouldn't take Christmas off.
So I got the happy holidays thing.
Yeah, but
I lived in South Florida for quite a while.
But don't okay.
There's a lot of Jewish communities down there.
Okay. They have Hanukkah.
They have Hanukkah. They don't have Christmas. It's Hanukkah. So.
Okay. But if you're atheist and don't believe in nothing, then why should you take the holiday off? It's not a holiday.
I'm atheist. I don't believe in anything.
But you take the holiday.
I take the holiday.
Why you take the holiday?
My kids celebrate the holiday. They absolutely celebrate the holiday.
So you kind of, you may not believe in anything, but you do it for the kid.
I do it for the kids.
Okay.
I mean, kid doesn't want to receive presents and wake up and believe in Santa, have presents delivered and.
Well, it ain't about, for me, it ain't really about Santa. For me, it's like renewing my.
Did you know that first of all, Christmas isn't even a Christian holiday.
It's a pagan holiday.
It's a pagan holiday.
Son of God. The sun god. Yes, I know.
It's a pagan holiday.
That's why Jehovah's Witnesses don't celebrate it.
Yeah, it's not a Christian holiday.
But you couldn't tell my mother that growing up. In fact, one of my first friends when we moved to Columbus, Georgia, his name is Daniel Corbett. He was Jehovah's Witness, brought home the Green Bible, and did the Watchtower and everything. I tried to tell my mom that Christ wasn't born during Christmas. My mom, made me quit that church pretty quick.
Yeah, he wasn't. No, he was born in like June or something.
Yeah, more like maybe October.
October, yeah. October. It was nowhere near December.
Yeah, because he was already a few months old by the time they found him.
Yeah.
So like when I tried to explain that to my mom, it was like I was talking from the devil. This kid must, he's a devil worshiper. Get rid of that Bible. Because I told him, they don't celebrate their birthdays, their own birthdays. Jehovah's Witnesses. No, they don't celebrate their own birthdays.
I don't know much about Jehovah's Witnesses.
But Daniel was trying to explain to us, and it kind of, it made sense to me, and I was like, exploring my religious thing going on because my mom didn't care what church we went to, except Jehovah's Witnesses. As long as you went to church, you can do what you want through the week. But if you didn't go to church on Sunday, and there was a dance the following Friday, you can't go because you didn't go to church that Sunday. Too sick to go to church, too sick to do anything else the rest of the week. But that's where we got kind of our morals from and things like that,
A lot of people get their morals from religion.
Yes, and people say, well, I can get morals. A kid can argue anything, I'm telling you. And then you have to back it up, like, why, when they start with that why stuff, and you got to pull something from somewhere, because the Bible says, the Bible goes into depth of, like, who you marry, who you can't marry, who you sleep with, who you can't sleep with,
I believe that depends on which version of the Bible you read also.
I don't know which one you read, but it says that you're not supposed to sleep with your wife's sister and stuff like that. It goes down to your cousin. Your cousins. You ain't supposed to sleep with your first cousin. You're not supposed to see the nakedness of your mind. It goes through. Through a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, I just want to see all this. I don't know what normal is anymore. I don't even know what gender is. What's the gender normal anymore? I thought it was when I grew up there was male and female. Now I was told there was 50-something genders. I can't fill out a form without them asking me too many. When I get to that portion, male, female, gender specific, whatever. There's too many, and these are government forms and my business forms. When I'm up there applying for an account or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this? Why do they need to know this?
What's it got to do with anything?
Yeah. All they need to know is I got a federal ID number, my Alabama tax, number, and that's it. You don't need to know anything about me. Man, they ask too many questions. Once they start asking me, I don't need this vendor. Cancel. It's crazy. I don't know how to walk downtown, because I've always been one of these people that don't wear the mask.
Yeah.
So they kind of look at me like I'm offending them. But just stay away.
Yeah, so get offended. I'm not wearing a mask.
Stay away from me and I'll stay away from you.
Back up.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do.
6 feet away. That's what they said. I don't know. We're gonna find out what normalcy is tomorrow, ain't we?
Yes.
We're gonna be down on the Riverwalk. We'll be playing some music on the Columbus side. We're gonna do a little karaoke,
Absolutely.
see what's going on, and see if we can get these people back to normal. I mean, I used to have a pretty good karaoke business running, but when COVID hit, everybody just like,
It's gone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you get any jobs right now? Karaoke jobs?
I used to
Or
have weddings.
DJ jobs?
Nah, nobody wants, I had 6 DJs. I was running 12 clubs a week, plus weddings, corporate parties. I ain't got nothing. I used to have military balls. I used to stay busy all the time. Now, somebody called me about a wedding, I'm supposed to have 2 weddings this year, but everybody, I don't know if anybody can come. My niece got married like last year, but her own brother could not come. Her own brother could not come to the wedding. He says, "Can I watch from the outside?"
Could not come or didn't want to?
No. His sister said he couldn't come because of the corona.
Is that a
Personal. It's a
personal preference he couldn't come,
Yeah,
or
because
like
of-
travel restrictions he couldn't come?
Well, my dad couldn't come to the wedding. That would be her grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
Because all these people couldn't come. They didn't want anybody to come. You know what I mean? Because they couldn't invite everybody. So her brother was just begging to go. He was heartbroken about this thing. He said he had just watched from the outside in the window. But
That's
she
crazy.
said,
That's crazy.
yeah. I mean, I would have loved to see my niece got married. But all this bull crap. All this. Overblown. They keep trying to say, oh, these super spreaders and all this. Just like the flu. If a person with the flu can spread it to a whole bunch of people in a crowd. Is that not true?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And people are going to get, but like I say, since Corona hit, cured the flu.
Cured the flu. And pneumonia.
And seems like congestive heart failure and whatever else people
Just about every other illness that...
Yes. People can crash on a motorcycle, be in the hospital. He didn't die from the injuries. Got that corona? Because he died of corona related.
Oh, yeah.
Not that
He wrecked the motorcycle because he had corona. That's what it was.
Yeah, he wrecked the
motorcycle.
He wrecked the motorcycle, but he didn't die from them injuries from the motorcycle. Because he had corona.
Yeah.
Not that he, slid across the road and the car ran over him, he caught corona. That's corona related.
So I'll be honest, I tend to be a little more careful. I wash my hands a lot. My mother is immunosuppressed. So, she had a kidney transplant. And,
Oh, yeah.
So if any of my kids, my mom watches my kids just about every day.
If they're sick, I know you're not bringing them over there.
If they're even any sign of being sick, they don't go over there. But that's not a corona thing. That's
because she's got a weakened immune system.
Right. So yeah, she's. But it's not that's not a corona thing. That's
it's
like the common cold. If she caught the common cold, could possibly kill her. So
yes.
So I tend to be a little bit more careful for that reason. But it's not a corona-based thing or a COVID-based thing. It's simply she could die from the cold. So
I remember when they first tried to restrict the business, and they said you weren't.
I wasn't supposed to open.
You weren't supposed to open because evidently you were not an essential business.
Yeah. You know who stayed open the whole time?
Yeah, I know you did because I was right here with you on the
Absolutely.
other side. I wasn't closing down. I said, people need plumbing.
I think plumbing was actually considered
essential.
Supply. Plumbing supply was essential. Vinyl supply was not essential. I didn't care.
It was essential because these people needed something to do when they're sick.
Absolutely. I didn't care. I was staying over.
Yeah, you just had to go outside and deliver the stuff. Can't come in the store. Got to go outside. We'll drop the stuff off to you. But then after a while, that even quit. Yeah. Oh yeah. Call ahead of time. We'll walk out to the car. People acted like, listen, I was in the military and we wore gas masks, chem suits, everything. I mean, I was prepared for biological and nuclear warfare. I was a disaster preparedness NCO. And what I see, if this was a biological environment, which they say this thing was man-made, all these masks do not work.
No.
Unless it's fully covered, a full covered face mask, like a regular.
With a rebreather.
Yeah, filtering that air, all this stuff. You walk outside, that air that you breathe, if somebody sneezed on your mask, it's coming through.
Some of it will, yes.
Yes, it'll come through.
It'll stop the big droplets, but
Yeah.
well, no, an N95 mask will stop all these cotton masks that people are wearing.
The ones that people are sewing, and
That shit ain't stopping nothing.
yes, they put these little sew.
That shit ain't stopping dust.
Yeah, they're up there. Oh, I'm safe. And all these people that come out with China got fined. They caught them sending us all these masks millions of masks that weren't going to work. They were fake masks. I mean, they were making a killing off of us.
That's what you get from ordering from China.
Order from China,
China. If it comes out of China, it's shit. It's
pretty much. But
there's
uh,
not really any good products that last
no,
come out of China. None of them. Nothing.
it's about, and that's where, like I say, here's what happened. This
It's
what
about
happened.
making a shit ton of product for really cheap. That's
Well, remember, most of their workers are slaves. They don't pay for labor.
Oh yeah, sweatshops.
Sweatshops. For a while, there is a lot of rioting going on that we don't hear about over there.
You don't hear a lot of this communist country. We don't hear
Yeah,
a lot about a lot of stuff that goes on over there.
I mean,
We like to think we do, but
yeah, if you go over there, like I'll give you an example. Okay, Singer sewing machine went out of business, I think back in the 70s. You do still see Singer sewing machines, but that's not the real Singer sewing machine. That's a Chinese Singer sewing machine. The name of the town is Singer. You understand? So that whole town, that's all they make is Singer, these sewing machines. But I used to work on sewing machines, and the older sewing machines have steel gears.
oh yeah,
Everything's steel made. If you get a sewing machine and you want to sew something, go get an old one. Go get one that's made out of metal. These new ones, they're plastic gears.
yeah. No, they fall
And if you
apart.
sew like blue jeans or canvas or something like that, you're gonna strip that gear. And by the time I used to repair this, I tell them, you might as well go buy your new one. By the time I had my labor costs in there, order your gear, you could have bought you another $99 cheapo Singer sewing machine. That's crazy.
Well, nothing today is made like it was
Yeah, but yeah,
years ago. Everything now, we're in a disposable country. We're in a disposable.
Yeah.
Everything now is disposable.
I mean, when I was growing up, I wanted stuff to last. Look at cars.
Yeah.
Everything. What it
Fridge
was-
breaks. You don't try to fix it. You just
Yeah.
buy a new one.
Yeah, I remember I used to fix my own car. Everything back then it was normal. You get a dwell meter, a little timing light. I had a '65 Galaxy 500. That thing was a tank. I hit a tree with it and got a little dent. Now what's normal today? If you hit your car on a tree, that thing is going to be wrapped all the way up to.
Oh yeah, they say that's because of the way it's designed. It's meant to
Yeah.
to crumple and
Save your life.
absorb impact. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why the engine will be sitting in your lap.
Or it could just be, they want you to buy a new car every time you get in an accident.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
I can't say. I haven't done a lot of research.
Yeah, I remember cars used to last like I say. You see all the classic.
They were
cars?
also easy to work on. Everything was
No, yeah, you
plugs and points and
go get a car, get a
vacuum. That's it. That's
Yeah.
what now everything's
electronic.
electronic.
Yeah, they try to make all that, and then now new thing now. Look, the gas is gonna be so high. They think they're gonna make us all buy these electric cars.
I don't know. I'd probably buy an electric car.
Yeah, but they don't have enough electric gas stations out there, or to
You buy the right car, you plug it into your house.
yeah.
But then you go on a trip and
yeah, how far are you gonna get? They got those ones that are half gas, half
hybrids.
Hybrids. Yeah. I don't know. I want to. I like the sound of a car engine. You know what I mean?
Actually, interesting fact here. Tesla, the car brand Tesla, actually had to add sound to their car.
Because you run
it's
over somebody will just walk
can't
out in
hear it
front of
coming.
you.
Yep. So they had to add, and he added some. I don't even remember what it is at this point, but it was some. It wasn't a car sound. It was it played a song or something as you drove at low speeds.
That's crap. No. I remember growing up
because he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to add the sound. So
I'd love to hear that.
The National Highway Safety Administration, whatever it is, told him he had to. So nowhere in the fine print did it say it had to make a certain sound. So he added some ridiculous sound to it. So as you're driving on the street and
I would rather
play trumpets or something. I don't remember what it was. It was crazy.
You could hear the cars coming when I was growing up. Like, everybody had like one in dual exhaust, glass packs. Sound like your car's up underwater. And then like burn some tires. You had to have them. When I was growing up, you had to have fat tires in the back, skinny tires in the front. I had a Nova, Galaxy 500.
You had a Nova?
Yeah.
What year Nova?
It was I think it was a 1972 Nova or something like that. I wish I had like the 69. But it's a unibody. It's like I loved it because like
I bet you wish you had it today though.
Oh yes.
You know how much that car would be worth today?
A lot.
A lot.
I mean, and the thing about it is like mine was a 6. I didn't have an 8, but it was a 6. But it hauled and I ran straight pipes on it. So when I get into town, it's like I had that deep, and like say you hear me coming down the road, you'll know I'm coming. You're going to get out my way because you're going to hear my car. I don't like this. Electric cars don't make. I mean, what about a motorbike? You ride an electric motorbike?
I probably would.
You don't like the sound?
I like the sound. However, electric has so much more torque. Like,
yeah, because
it's instant. You pull the throttle, boom, it's there. So I'd probably have a great time on electric dirt bike.
Can you imagine watching a race? It's gonna be kind of boring because you're not hearing no noise.
It wouldn't be the same if everyone was riding electric bikes.
What about NASCAR? Can you imagine NASCAR?
All electric cars.
Oh yes. Oh, good Lord. That's one thing. You get a. I've been to. I remember going to my first NASCAR race, and when them cars came in front of me, I could. It was just a blur. I didn't see nothing. All I heard was a lot of noise, a lot of wind in my face, and they shot by. You can't tell nothing until they're on the halfway around the track where you can see the numbers. But when they come right in front of you, you don't see nothing. Big crowds. Every time you look at all the events. Look at football. It's about died off. They put cardboard people up in there.
What's a crazy one for me? MMA.
Oh yeah, I've been watching MMA. No crowd.
There's no crowds.
No crowd.
Like, how do you fight in front of no crowd? Like,
yeah, there's. Hey, I could do it. I could do the MMA.
I'm sure some fighters fight better with no crowds, but I'm sure most of them like to hear that roar of the crowd and get fired up and
somebody cheering for you.
Absolutely. So could you imagine just being in the ring and it's dead silent around you? That's no crowd.
Look, I can have the MMA matches back here in the back of my shop in the back. We got a ring back there.
No crowd. That's
no crowd. We just nobody cheering me on. I'm getting beat down. Nobody's telling me get up, fight. No.
There are crowds places though. I mean, look at the Renaissance Festival. We went there last weekend.
And the first weekend.
The first weekend we went. There was a few people there.
I apologize.
I wouldn't call it a crowd.
That was his first time going, and he thought it was cool. But then he saw how much more crowded it was the second time we went.
Yep.
And hopefully it's more crowded this third time.
Yeah. We're going back again, so we'll do a whole nother show on that. We're going back the 30th, I believe it is.
Yes, we're going to the 30th.
So probably the next day after, we'll have a whole nother show on that.
Yeah, I just want everything. Yeah, we just want everything to get back to normal. I love the Renaissance Festival. Lost so much money last year. Not all the shows came back. Dead Bob didn't come back. There's a lot of vendors that didn't come back.
I'm pretty sure they weren't even open last year.
They opened in October.
Okay.
But like what killed me the most is like when I went up there was a lot of first time workers. I used to go up there and see the same people every year. I mean, it was like clockwork. You know, same people, same hardcore people that dressed up. We used to, before it opened, I'd be up there about an hour before it opened, and we're all taking pictures. I mean, there'd be tons of folks up in there. And like this year, I think a lot of people was their first time going. There was a lot of people their first time going. I talked
Yes.
to a lot of people up there.
Yes.
First time going. And that was kind of good because they're all tired of being cooped up. And like I said, a lot of them wear masks because we went out and got our masks. I made some leather masks to match our costumes and everything. You know, as soon as we got inside, the police wasn't wearing it. Some of the vendors, I asked the lady, "Where's your mask at?" She said, "I'll put it." I said, "Don't put it on because of me." We were taking our mask off. It was just,
Yeah, it was.
you can't breathe.
It was hot. You couldn't breathe.
So the second time we didn't even bring the mask out of the car. We didn't leave them things in there. We ain't using them.
Yeah, and they didn't say anything on the game. Nobody cared.
And it was crowded. And it was enjoyable. You know. Yeah, I just like everybody needs to get back to normal. Get doing what you need. Go back to work. You know, that's normal. Go back to work.
Georgia's stopping the extra unemployment.
They need to. Alabama's supposed to stop it too.
That's good. They absolutely need to.
What else is normal here is County signed the marijuana. Medical marijuana is legal here now.
Oh, is it?
Yes, I heard.
Oh, so this is new information to me.
Oh, yes.
Medical marijuana is now legal. Starting when?
I think she signed
Right
it
now?
out. Yes.
I might have to look that one up because this is new information.
Oh, you going?
Yeah, we got to look that one up.
Yeah. So I sell CBD. Maybe I can get me a medical marijuana license. Add that to my dispensary thing. But I want people to look. You'll need to go out and live your life. Stop living like we're under terrorist rule, which I don't know what this administration thinks. I'm glad I'm not in New York, or Michigan or any of them places where those mandatory lockdowns and stuff. I mean, I thought for a minute there they were going to try and stop us going from like Phoenix City to Alabama, Phoenix, unless you had.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
They're trying to stop us. You had to have a reason to cross the border.
I did it anyway. I don't remember ever seeing anybody actually out there to stop anybody.
Yeah, but they were saying, stay home unless you have.
Yeah, that was the thing. It was because we were worried about it. We live in Georgia.
Yeah,
we have a business in Alabama. We were worried about it coming across the bridge. Are they going to stop us? Are we going to be able to get to our shop and open it up?
Yeah.
Even though we weren't supposed to be open anyway.
Yeah, but look, if they had closed, then that would have hurt my business. They're renters from me, and like over here you couldn't even kick somebody out your house because of this Corona thing. So you don't have to pay your rent. You can't kick them out. So I've got a customer here who can't kick nobody out his house because of the Corona thing was going on, and they didn't pay their rent. So who's supposed to pay this man, the money? And then by the time he gets enough, you got to file through the courts and all this kind of stuff. I mean, he lost 6 months' rent. And then they tear up the house the whole time. Is that normal? The government don't care about that. All they care about is the person that's not paying your rent.
Probably because he's sitting there on unemployment.
Yes, that's all. They don't care about the owner of the house. They care about the person who's sitting on their butt tearing up the house. And every time they leave a big mess. And then, like, if they don't take their trash with them, like, however long they live there, if they left cars, tires, and everything, it's the owner. It's the owner. If they leave and have an unpaid water bill, and you're the owner of the house, guess who's responsible for that? The owner.
Yeah, you.
If they leave their electric bill, didn't pay it, guess who has to pay it? The owner.
Absolutely.
This is crazy. It doesn't make any sense to me. I need some normalization in my life. I need to, I need to know that it's okay for me to be straight. I need need to know that it's okay for me to be like a man. I'm not apologetic about being a man. And I, if I don't like something, I tolerate it. That's all I can do in public. I don't care, don't make me believe your beliefs, I don't care. I'm just a regular guy. I have my own regular beliefs, and you're not going to force me to believe anything else. I just want some regular normalcy ever since I was a kid growing up, things have changed so quickly in these last few years, where being abnormal is supposed to be normal. And I'm not going to, fold to that. I'm not into this belief that all white people are bad. Half my family's white. Half my friends are white. I got friends of all kinds. I don't want them to apologize or anything like that. Every race has been treated bad. I know I study history a lot. I love history. But if you look back through history, people say white people are racist. I'm Asian. Go to any Asian country. Do they have a mixed population in Korea? No. Do Koreans like outsiders? No. Do Japanese? Is there a mixed population in Japan, Okinawa, any of them countries? Vietnam? Let's go down. Cambodia? No. They don't even like each other. Asians are Filipinos, Chamorros, Thailanders. You don't have mixed populations there. Do they want outsiders moving in? No. Go down to Latin America. Do the Latin American people all like each other? No. They say, oh, yes, we do. I see you're lying. You ever have a party? Can you mix them people at a party? No. Puerto Ricans ain't crazy about Cubans and Panamanians. They're all like, you put them in a room, here comes flags coming out, they're racial toward each other.
Oh, yeah.
They're racial, So why are you blaming white people as like, oh, they're the dominant, they're not. Everybody's racist. I know black people that are racist. They hate white people. Straight up. My ex-wife, she was black. She hates white people. She'll tell you in a minute. She hates white people. I said, why? What did they ever do to you? Oh, just because you couldn't hold a job because you couldn't shut your mouth. And you think that when you work there, just because you're black, that you're allowed to say whatever you want to say and do what you want to do. No, it don't work like that. You can't be obnoxious. And then when somebody corrects you, oh, they're racist because they correct you because you're obnoxious, okay? But yeah, that's another thing. I want to be normal where where my friends can say what they want to say. You can't say nothing if you're white because, you offend somebody because you're white. Because if you're white, you say something, you're homophobic, you hate gays, you hate black people, you hate Jews, you hate whatever. No, it ain't like that. I think most guys I know, everybody puts their pants on one leg at a time. You know what I mean? Gets up in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think people go out in the morning, wake up in the morning and say, hey, let's see what I can do this race today. You know what I mean? They don't do it like that.
I believe some people do. It's a very small percentage.
Yeah, but most people just get up. Well, they're
90%.
They just want to get through the day at their job and come home.
That's it.
See their family, relax a little bit,
That's it.
And make it through the weekend so they can make it through the week to get to the weekend so they can have a couple hours, a couple days off, or I don't get a call. I get 1 day off a week, but once I make my day, hey, I'm good to go. Relax, refresh myself. And I don't want to be stressed about me offending people every day. I can't say what people.
I don't.
It's like
I don't worry about offending people. If you're offended, oh well.
Yeah. You see all these minorities and special groups.
Maybe that's why I don't stress out all the time, because I literally don't care if I offend you.
Yeah, well, I know a lot of people get up here and they throw out that you're racial all the time. I've had a black person at work because the person couldn't be a quality inspector. She didn't qualify. She couldn't read a micrometer. I have these little tests that you have to measure these things. And she failed. So the first thing is I'm from Guam. And my first wife was black. I had a black child. and she said I was racist. I didn't like black people. My boss knew that. My son knew I had a half black son, and my first wife was black. And when she said that, said I was racial, he got mad, and I'm going like, I'm glad he took up for me for that thing, because like, he says, you don't even know this man. And I said, you don't know how many black people I hired at Cessna Aircraft Company in HR, and especially women. I hired a lot of women. But for her to just pull the race card, that's what everybody does. They try to pull that race card. That I was prejudiced. Not that you were deficient. I was prejudiced.
Oh yeah, well that's an easier card to pull. It's an easier card to pull.
Well, I hope, like I said, I don't want that, like I said, through all that, like I said, I don't own my own business now. I don't work for anybody. Like me and you, we're the HR, we're the worker, we're pretty much everything,
Everything.
Stocker, whatever, order, we do everything. So if anything fails, it's our fault.
It's our fault.
It's our fault.
I don't know. My wife does a lot. So
Well,
it's the only reason I'm able to sit here now.
Yeah.
Is because she's hard. Well, we work here at both of our shops. It's where our studio is, and she's hard at work now, doing the things that need to be done while I'm sitting here. So.
But like I say, for the most part, I hope everything gets back to normal for everybody out there. Going to church. I want y'all. If you love going to church, I think you should be able to go to church. These people are allowed to riot and protest and do all that kind of stuff. But all the normal things that you're supposed to do in your life. I hope everybody gets just go back to normal and doing what go to your kid's soccer game, basketball game, whatever, and be able to sit and cheer for your kid. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Not sit in your car. I want all this normalcy to go back. I don't believe that this thing's supposed to keep carrying on for the
You
rest
think it
of
will? You think it'll go back?
They're trying to. They're trying to control us. They're trying to control. Everybody's trying to control our money. They're trying to get rid of. In case you don't know, they're trying to get rid of our money. They're still trying to do that.
Yeah, but do you think it'll go back to normalcy? Do you think?
Unless people start fighting back, like you see, they're rioting in Australia. Australia, they're rioting. They're a lot of places are fighting against all these people who, like these governors that took over the control, like Michigan. You got all these protesters. You heard the president the other day says, if you don't take a vaccine, you're going to suffer the consequences.
Did he say it in one continuous sentence? Because if he did, I'm going to drop dead on the floor right here.
Oh, well, pretty much he's trying to
Like, was it coherent when he said it? I'm just curious.
He looked like
Old Ramblin' Joe?
Yeah, Ramblin' Joe. But like I say, what do you mean suffer? If you got nobody died in Texas, of corona the other day they were saying. So like no corona deaths. So herd immunity. There's a lot of people don't take measles. There's a lot of, religious reasons. Some people don't take shots. Leave me alone. You shouldn't ask me. If you ask me about it's illegal to ask somebody about their medical stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going to say, oh, you need to prove that you had a shot. Yeah, I ain't got to prove nothing.
It's HIPAA violations.
Yes. But like I said.
But none of that goes out the window now.
Yeah, all that goes out the window.
It goes out the window now.
Yeah, you can't leave state, you can't leave the country unless you got a corona shot. I'm like, and that's not, when they say vaccination, that's not a vaccination.
I don't know what that is.
It's a change your DNA.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
It's not a vaccination.
It's genetic mutation.
Genetic mutation.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we don't know what that genetic mutation is going to do because it hasn't really been proven. So, y'all take shots, that's fine. Those that want to take shots, it's fine.
Yeah, it's absolutely up to you.
I'm not gonna hate on you. I'm not gonna stop you from coming to my store. I'm not asking you. It's none of my business.
Yeah, no, that's.
So yeah, we're just two normal guys up here, trying to figure this. What is normal? So you tell me what's normal.
Well, hopefully we'll get to some normalcy tomorrow. Again, we're going to be down on the Columbus Riverwalk.
Yes.
Tomorrow, probably around 6:30, somewhere around in there.
Follow the music.
Yes, follow the music. It'll probably be quite loud.
Yes.
Come on down, see us.
You want to sing?
Sing a song.
Yes.
I'll
be singing.
But we'll be there around 6:30 tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, come on down and enjoy some normalcy with us. If you want to be normal and you're not worried about anything, look, come on down and just have a good time with us. This is Rick.
And I'm James. We're signing off for the Rick